All right. Hey guys, Jeremy West here with Wild West Guns. Um, Out to the range today. Got a fly, the only fly in Las Vegas. Now there's no more flies in Las Vegas. So anyway, um, out here at the range, I come out here once a week or so to do some test fire on the work that my crew does to make sure everything's good before it goes back to customers. And I figure since I'm on the range, this is a perfect time to get in some practice for myself. So, I make these videos because it's more along the lines of what I like to do and what I think. I'm nobody. I'm not a GM. Matter of fact, I'm an A-class shooter. I have been doing it for 15 years. I'm the second of 3 generations. So my dad is a shooter who started shooting in competitively in the early 80s. I picked this up about 15 years ago when I moved here to Las Vegas. And then my youngest son, who started shooting when he was 8, who is now 14 going on 15, actively shoots matches and major matches and stuff with us. So these are some of the things I've learned from my dad and all the great people that he was around, all the great people that I've taken classes from, and all the matches I've shot with everybody. And then of course all the stuff I've watched my son try to learn as he's coming along. So I thought, you know what, this is a great opportunity to kind of talk through a bunch of this stuff. And if it helps people out, it does. If it doesn't, then I hope you at least have a good time, because I don't take this too serious, which is why I'm still an A-class shooter. And but I just love to shoot. So I love shooting guns. I like building guns. I like fixing guns. I like being on the range. Pretty much if it has anything to do with gunpowder, alcohol, and gasoline, I'm all about it. So anyway, here we are. If you found me, you found Big J's Rain Days YouTube channel. I just made that name up, so now I got to change everything. Anyway, so anyway, what we're working on is 3 USPSA metric targets. I've got them spaced out a distance apart from each other, because what I'm working on is engaging a target, moving my eyes, not my head, to the next target in recoil of the second shot, because I don't want to take off of that shot before the shot's fired, and move my eyes to the next target and bring my dot to that next target. 2 shots. I want 2 sight pictures, not double tapping nothing. 2 sight pictures. We're not wasting our ammo. Move your eyes to the next target, lock on the spot you want it to be, bring the gun to it, engage it with 2 sight pictures. So 6 sight pictures, 2 solid eye movements, and following through. So I've done it a couple times, which is why you can see the numbers on the screen. I use the Shot Timer app or Global Shot, whatever the heck it is. They don't sponsor me. I'm not making no money from it, so I don't feel bad messing it up. Anyway, so all the way through here, as I've been practicing this before, I've probably done it maybe a dozen times so far, just going along. But my close target's all alpha is what you would expect. I have a target that I'm actually shooting through a port in the wall. So look, I'm even going to do it around. So see, there's my one target. There's the one through the port in the wall. My other one's over the other side of that barrel. So get you back on here so you don't fall off. Anyway, so all alphas on that one, which you'd expect this close. I'm all alphas on the one through the port, and I've got one belly button looking Charlie over there, and I can tell you exactly what happened on that one, because I kind of yanked the trigger on the first shot. Wasn't quite where I wanted it to be. So anyway, we're going to start on this side. I'm going to move my eyes. I know you can't see my eyes. I'm going to move my eyes across the targets, and we're going to go from there. So here we go. Let's see. All right, that wasn't so bad. All alphas, all alphas, all alphas. So, if you can see my eyes move, but I felt really good on it. It felt like I transitioned the way it should have transitioned. I feel like that did what we were supposed to do. So now let's try to see if we can speed it up a little bit. What gun am I shooting, you ask? It's a great question. This is a Wild West Guns custom JWC, which stands for J West Customs. 2011 optic, limited gun. It is built on a Wild West Guns lower slide, has a KKM barrel in it. I use Brazos ignition kits. This particular one has a Chile grip on it, as I like the super aggressive grips. I feel like if you're gonna run a car, or run a gun like a race car, you need traction, and race cars will go out of their way to make sure they get all the traction they can on the track, because speed without traction is a disaster waiting to happen. So, with that being said, let's run this bad boy again and see what we got. So here we are. First shot so far is 118, which isn't too bad for about a 7-yard target. So. Oh, do it, Charlie. Nice. All right, so try to speed up that draw just a little bit, because draws aren't super important to me, which is probably why I'm not a GM. Just because I would rather come out of the holster safe and in control than speed it up. But I do work on draws and dry fire. I do try to work on getting out of there and being accurate on target right off the bat. So all alphas on that one. All alphas on that one. Got that one, Charlie. I told you about it. So we'll load up for another round of this. Maybe I'll go the other direction this time. So anyway, yeah, so the JWC limited optics gun, Wild West Guns has been building 1911s and 2011s since, I don't know, the early 80s. Wild West Guns have started actively doing it for a business, like an active business in Anchorage, Alaska in 1993, where my dad bought a gun shop from a gentleman, and he became the head gunsmith and I became the head floor sweeper. So I've learned a few things since then. Still learning things every day. I'm fortunate that I have some great friends in the firearms community that tell me how to do it wrong. Tell me how to do it right, because there's always more than one way to do it. And at least you're giving it a shot. So we're going to go for a further distance target. This one's probably about 10, maybe a little more. The one in the middle is probably 12. And then, of course, this one over here is 7. So let's see what happens. Oh, how you get a Charlie on that one? Freaking Charlie. Anyway. So, one that's probably on the line, it'll probably make alpha, but it's on the line there. Everything on that one. And then that last one, I decided to carry it just a little. You're going to have to call a RO, get one of their little cards, but it'll still be a Charlie. So anyway, all right, we'll try this one more time, see what we can come up with, enjoy ourselves and see what happens. So one more round. This time we're going to go, I know it's a weird pattern, but it's just something different. So I'm going to go through the port one first on the draw, over here to this closer one, and then swing wide transition to the other one. Again, I'm working on my eyes moving ahead of my gun. Okay, middle target, close target, far target. Want my shot cadence to sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not really that slow. It probably will be. Got to put one in it first. Let's try that again. See that jerk? Holy crap. You're still waiting. Because I'm still waiting. Oh! Over-traveled that one. Wild West Guns JWC limited optics pistol. All right, gang. It's been a pleasure. It's getting hot. I'm going to go work on something. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me.